Hello, my name is Kari, and I'm a mobile advocate for Crisis Center North. Crisis Center North is an agency that provides free services to individuals or significant others who've experienced or who are currently experiencing domestic violence. These services include a 24/7 hotline, case management to help survivors meet day-to-day needs, including tangible assistance, food resources, and housing resources, legal advocates who assist survivors through the process of securing a protection from abuse order and provide court accompaniment, medical advocates who help clients get the support they need in emergency rooms and doctors' offices, prevention education throughout the community, and most recently a text chat line available through our website and a phone text line, both available from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, as well as free counseling services to both children and adults. As many people know and are experiencing right now, the COVID-19 pandemic has required that we all engage in social distancing. And for many of us, we're also now mandated to stay at home in full social isolation. While these are the safest steps for stopping the spread of this virus, it can also lead to many unintended consequences. Social isolation can fuel incidents of domestic violence, making this a very dangerous time for survivors. Additionally, social isolation can more broadly serve to intensify any stress or anxiety that's already present and leave many feeling overwhelmed with what's going on. So, it's incredibly important that we build up our toolbox to help us find ways to relax, cope with that stress, and feel more in control of how we're feeling. The counselors of Crisis Center North want to be able to provide you with some of those tools to help you cope during this stressful time. To do this, we are creating a series of videos, each of which will highlight a different tool for you to add to your toolbox. Now, today's tool for your toolbox is something called guided imagery, a tool that can be very helpful if you're ever feeling stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, or even feeling a little bit trapped and like you can't get out, which may be a feeling a lot of us have been having lately. Now, before we begin, if you haven't already, I encourage you to go back and watch our first video on deep breathing. As I mentioned in that video, deep breathing really is the foundation to almost all other relaxation, calming, and meditation tools, and it'll be helpful as we do today's practice. Now, of course, even if you haven't seen it or don't have time to watch it, that's okay too. We can still have you jump on in and practice this new tool together with us. Now, when I talk about guided imagery, what do I mean? Well, guided imagery is a form of focused relaxation where we use our imagination to create calm, peaceful, relaxing images in our minds as a way to provide a bit of mental escape from feelings of stress or anxiety. So when we do guided imagery, we're using our bodies plus all of our senses in order to help ourselves feel like we're experiencing something just by imagining it. And just like with other relaxation strategies, guided imagery helps change the functioning of the body by doing things like helping to decrease heart rate and blood pressure, thereby having an overall physically calming effect. And because we're using our brains and imagination to create the scene, we're in effect replacing those stressful or anxious thoughts during the exercise, allowing our brains the opportunity to calm down too. Also, like many of the tools we're sharing with you, guided imagery is a tool where once you understand the basics, you can practice and do it on your own. It can be used almost anywhere, anytime, and can be completely personalized and customized to what best suits you, as you'll see from our practice today. Now, one quick note before we get started. While generally guided imagery is safe and helps us relax, some people may actually feel some increased anxiety or worried thoughts or similar reactions that are essentially the opposite of what we want to gain from using this practice. So should this be a concern for you before beginning, or if you begin this exercise and find these feelings start to occur, you should discontinue the exercise and instead utilize alternative relaxation strategies, such as just that deep breathing on its own, or maybe some grounding tools that were highlighted by our mobile advocate Chelsea in our prior video. However, as long as you'd like to still give it a try, we can get started. So first, I invite you to find a comfortable place to sit, or if it's accessible for you and feels comfortable, you're also welcome to lie down. Once you're settled in a comfortable position, I invite you to close your eyes, or if that doesn't feel okay to you, you're welcome to just lower your gaze down, sort of soften your gaze so you're not really focusing on anything with your eyes. And we're going to begin by just taking a few deep breaths, breathing in slowly through the nose with a brief pause, and then exhaling slowly and steadily through your mouth. So I invite you to join me for around 5 full breaths to help slow down our heartbeat just a little and let our bodies and muscles begin to relax. Okay, let's begin. All right. Now I encourage you to continue with that process of slow and steady inhales, pause, and exhales. And I want to move into the actual guided imagery portion of this practice. So I invite you to picture in your mind a place that feels safe for you. This should be somewhere that you feel completely at ease, calm and protected from any stress or worries. It could be a real place that you've been before. For example, walking on your favorite beach, sitting in a beautiful spot in the woods, relaxing next to a lake or a gentle stream. It might instead be something completely different, something indoors, like sitting in your favorite chair or couch, cozy in your bed, or maybe even baking or cooking in your kitchen. It could also be a place from your past, perhaps a favorite location from when you were a school student. It could be the house of a good friend from childhood or the playground you used to play at. For some folks, your safe and relaxing place may be completely made up. A place that doesn't currently exist, a place you've never been, but you're entirely creating in your imagination, perhaps pulling aspects of your favorite things, whether TV, books, movies, or just different elements, colors, things that you kind of all can put in one place in an abstract way that feels safe to you. Now, as you're starting to build that image in your mind, it's starting to take shape, I encourage you just to check in briefly with your breath, making sure you're continuing your slow, steady, deep inhale and exhale. Great. Now, as we think about that safe place we're imagining, that you've started to form in your head, let's try to add some detail. As that image really roots in your mind, I invite you to think about how all of your senses are experiencing this imagined scene. Let's consider first what you can see in your safe place. What are elements that you can see around you? Are there elements of nature, things like sky, sun, clouds, trees, water, grass, sand, mountains? Can you see animals or other people? Or are you in a place of peaceful solitude? What are the colors that you can see around you? Are they soft, gentle, and muted? Or are they bright and vibrant? I'm going to be silent for just a minute, just so you can really use this time to sharpen your focus on that image and imagine all those elements that you can see around you in your safe place. Great. Now let's think a little bit next about what you can feel in your safe place. Can you maybe feel soft grass beneath you, or perhaps gentle grains of sand on your fingertips, a cool breeze on your cheeks? Can you feel the warmth of a cozy blanket, or the firm but gentle support of a comfy couch cushion or a pillow? What textures can you feel underneath your fingertips or on your skin? Again, I'm going to be silent for just a moment as you think about those aspects of the safe place that you can feel, the elements that bring on that sense of being calm and relaxed. Wonderful. And we're going to keep exploring and inviting in all of our senses. Next, thinking about what you can hear in your safe place. Are there waves lapping at the shore? Birds chirping, wind gently blowing? Is there maybe soft music playing in the background, or the sound of a comforting voice? Or does your safe place have only peaceful silence? Again, I'll give you just a moment to listen in, to imagine the sounds that make your safe feel calming and relaxing for you. All right, now we'll move into our last bit of the practice. I invite you to join me in thinking about what you can smell and perhaps even what you can taste. Maybe there's the sharp smell or taste of salty air, the calming scent of your favorite candle, the natural smell of damp earth, or the aroma of your favorite food. Try to envision these elements with as much detail as you can, while holding those elements that you imagined using your other senses as well. And I'll give you a few moments to build up the final pieces of your safe place. Now, as you do that, I encourage you to keep breathing slowly and deeply. And as you really sharpen up all of your senses with all of the elements of your safe place, I encourage you to perhaps start thinking about and letting your muscles relax. You can start from the top of your head, allowing your forehead to relax or loosening any tightness in your brow. Let your cheekbones relax and your jaw joints relax. If you like, you can think about moving down to your neck and your shoulders, allowing those to release as well. With each exhale, letting your shoulders drop down just a bit more, your hands and arms relaxing and becoming almost heavy as they rest by your sides. You can continue as you like, moving down into your chest, stomach, the whole middle part of your body. Inhaling, letting your belly get full on every inhale and releasing stress on every exhale. As you continue sitting in your safe place with your body relaxing, holding that image in your mind, perhaps you move down and relax your back and your hips, letting your legs and feet become heavy and relaxed as they rest on the floor. Let your whole body relax for just a minute, continuing to breathe in and out, imagining the calm, secure, relaxing, and safe place in your mind. Enjoy that space for a moment and any lightness that you may feel. Now, as you hold on to that feeling, I invite you to think of just a simple word that you can use in the future to help you come right back to this place. Whatever will remind you of this place and all of those calming and soothing and relaxing details that you so thoughtfully imagined today. Hold that word in your brain, associating it with the safe place that you've created. Now, once you've got that set, as you're ready, I invite you to slowly take yourself out of that place and back to the present, opening your eyes whenever you're ready. I encourage you to notice too how you feel right now. What changes might have taken place since you started this exercise. Hopefully you'll have experienced a little bit of calm and relaxation, maybe even an easing of physical tension in your body. And now that you've identified your safe place and the word that reminds you of it, if you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious, you can go back to that safe place at any time, perhaps just imagining it while breathing slowly and deeply, or perhaps even going through that intentional head-to-toe scan and relaxation of your body as you sit with a safe place in your mind. And if it would be helpful for you, perhaps even make a note of that word that you associate with your safe place. Leave a little reminder somewhere on a sticky note on a mirror or in your planner that you look at every day, or even setting a reminder in your phone to pop up with that word a few times a week, just to let you know your safe place is there if you need it. You, of course, can also modify this exercise, creating a new safe place, or perhaps even a place that's specifically identified more as a happy place, one that brings you joy. You can follow the same kind of process, envisioning that space using all of your senses to sharpen the scene in your mind and associating a word or perhaps even an object with that place so that anytime you need it, you can go right back there. I hope you found today's exercise helpful and can add this as another tool to your toolbox. Many thanks to resources from the Cleveland Clinic, the National Institutes of Health, National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, Kaiser Permanente, and the wonderful group curriculum by Stephanie Covington called Beyond Trauma for providing some of the inspiration and guidance for today's practice. I look forward to sharing more tools and practicing additional skills with you in future videos. Take care, everyone. Be well.